This is a beginner lesson for Paint Shop Pro 7.04. One of the biggest questions that people have when they first open Paint Shop Pro is how do I find my pictures? How do I get those images to work on like everybody else has? When you open your program up, you'll see this little paint palette up here at the very, very top. You click on that and a window's going to open. It'll have all of these folders over here on the left hand side of the screen. What you want to do is most of the time you will find your pictures in your documents. So you want to go to your documents, and these little minus signs, if you click on that, it'll open all these little subfolders. You want to scroll down till you find out where that folder is where you keep all of your pictures. And right here's mine. If I click on that little plus sign, then all of these folders, subfolders, will open up. And you just click open the folder that you want, and then there's all of your images. Just click the image that you want to work with, double click it, and there you go. So probably the next thing that you want to do after you get that image open is maybe crop it some. Cut it down, cut an image out. What you want to do is find your crop button, which is this little square looking sign. If it's not there, you can always go up here on this main top part. You can usually find what you're looking for up in there. So you put your crop and you just put it over the image and kind of put the square over what you're looking for in the picture. And once you see that square around it, just double click inside of it, and then it'll take you to the image size that you cropped it to. Usually the next thing that follows after that is people want to know, how do I put my name on it? What you want to do is find your text tool, which is always the A. When you hover over that little A, it'll tell you that's your text. Click on that A, and then click on your image. And then this little window will pop up and it will say text entry. The reason why I love Paint Shop Pro 7.04 so much is because of the way this specific part of it is set up. It is just so easy to use. What you can do is you can scroll down right here under the name and you will see all of the fonts that you have in your computer. You can pick out any one of those fonts, just click on it. Here, you can change the size. Now these two little boxes under styles, this is where you get the colors and the gradients for what you put on text. People simply do not realize that you don't have to use just colors. You can also use gradients, or you can use textures as well. Most of the time, I use colors. And I'll always put it in this bottom where it says fill. If you put something in the top part where it says stroke, then what that does is it kind of gives it like an outline. As you can see, I change it, it'll change it over here on the image as well. You can change down here. You can also change this as well. And as you see, each time you just play with it, you will see the changes that it'll make as you do it over here. Okay, so when you get something that you like, if you want to change the style, if you want to change that pattern, you click on it, and then this other little window is going to pop up and it's going to give you all of your gradients. You can scroll through the gradients and find one, and then just hit OK, and as you see, it changes it. But most of the time people just want to use a plain color, so we're going to pick a color white and then hit OK. Now as you can see, it's kind of, the text is way over to the left and it's up, not going to be where you want it to be. All you have to do is hover over the text till you get this little 4 arrow shape, and then you can move it anywhere you want to. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Now, to get these little marching ants to go away, what you need to do is open your layer palette. It's right here. It's always this little red and blue paper. Click on that. This is a floating selection because it's a second layer and it's on top of your first layer. You right click that and hit promote to layer, and it takes away those little marching ants for you. So now, if there's something else that you want to do with that text, you can do it now. Like if you wanted to put a drop shadow, go to your effects, drop shadow. You can change your offset and your horizontal. You can always change your opacity. You can change the blur. This is pretty much one of my favorite settings. And you can change the color of your shadow to any color you want it to be. When you do that, you'll see it come up on the screen. It gives you an example before you actually put it on your image. Just showing you different ways that you can do it. See how it has a little green outline on it? And it has the red, which most of the time you're going to want to use black. And see, that just kind of gives it a little bit of a depth to it where it stands out a little bit more. Now, once you are done, and you want to save this picture in your files where you can go back and use it, hit File, Save As. And most of the time you're going to want to save it as a JPEG. So you can rename it. When you rename it, your original picture will go back to the same. You'll actually have your original picture and then the one that you've changed. But you have to change that file name or it'll overwrite your original file. So, and then pick where you want to save it, which is usually the same folder you got it from. Just hit save. Now, if you did not merge your layers, you're always going to get this screen telling you that you've got to merge those layers in order for you to save it. So just click yes, and your image is saved.